30, call the meeting to order. Roll call,
Mayor Laura,
present.
Vice Mayor Parsons,
Present.
Commissioner Landry,
Present.
Commissioner Vasquez,
Here.
Commissioner Warren.
Here.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pledge of allegiance.
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Invocation.
Read it, all right?
Oh, sorry.
Would you care to, Ron?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've given us and the moisture that we received, and we're looking forward to the warmer weather though, and we just ask that you will be with this board tonight and guide us and give us wisdom, make decisions for this wonderful community, and be with the staff as they go out and do all the things what they do, and be with all the citizens of this community and watch over, guide us, and keep us safe. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Ron. Moving on to item number 1, awards, proclamations, and presentations. Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 2, approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda as printed.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Vasquez and a second by Commissioner Warren. Any further discussion? All in favor? Raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to item number 3, the minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the March 12th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Vasquez. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0.
This has an error message that came up. It's not working.
Okay. Moving on to item number 4, items from citizens. Any items from citizens? Seeing none, we'll move on to items from groups. Any items from groups? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 6, the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda as printed.
I second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Vasquez and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0. Now moving on to item number 7, the Planning and Zoning Board appointment.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, before you tonight is from the Planning and Zoning Board. We had an open seat after Mr. Ernesto Goitia was removed from the board due to lack of attendance. The board has had 4 applicants for the open position. One was taken to a meeting alone like 2 months ago, which they denied the application, and I just held on to it. The other 3 were received and went over at their last meeting. They voted to put forth their recommendation for Jeremy Benton to be appointed to the vacant seat on the board. And I believe Mr. Benton is with us in the audience tonight.
I'll make a motion, we appoint Jeremy Benton to fill the vacant seat on the Planning and Zoning Board.
I second.
A motion by Vice Mayor Parsons and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, cast your vote. Did everyone receive one?
I did.
I did not.
Okay.
Mine's actually.
Okay, motion passes 5-0.
My server's not responding.
There we go. Okay, motion has passed. He has been appointed. Moving on to item number 8, final plat to Alco Addition replat.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, the preliminary plat for this came before you last April. This is a replat of the block located between 14th and 15th Street. It's the Dillon's block. Basically, they had to replat it to split it into multiple lots by the way the rules go. It took a year to get some ownership cleaned up, but it's not changing anything except splitting one big lot into 3 separate lots. It's basically a housekeeping plat. This final plat has been approved by the Planning and Zoning Board. It has been checked by the county, and so it's kind of a housekeeping final plat.
So how does this differ from what and only because I've slept several times since then, but how does this differ from what we did last year?
So the preliminary plat had different ownership on it
Okay,
because there was a spot, if you ever looked at the GIS map, there was a cube about where the gas station was
right?
that was
remember
originally
that, yeah.
deeded to 3 different people. And when the new owner bought the block, he only got deeded over 1/3 of that chunk. So it was a messy, they got all the legal deeds and stuff cleaned up to where it's one solid owner and they're splitting it into 3 separate lots. All of them have street frontage and don't landlock anything. So this actually ends up better than it is currently.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we approve the final plating of the Alco Addition replat.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Vasquez. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Please.
Not getting it. No,
Oh.
I'm voting yes.
He's voting.
You didn't receive it?
Nope.
Okay, everyone cast your vote. And then all in favor?
You get it?
I got it.
You
Do I need to
didn't.
raise my
So
hand?
just us two.
So everybody goes, yeah.
Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to item number 9, replat of the portion of the Dahl Holiday Estates Edition. Part A, preliminary replat of the portion of the Dahl Holiday Estates Edition.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, this is the Dahl Edition, which is out by Country Estates and south of 6 Points down by Charles. There is supposed to be a Larry Street added and a Hickory Street added. The developer's wanting to put the streets through KDOT with the highway expansion project, and the KDOT told him absolutely not to putting Larry Street through. So in order to get streets built and get houses going up in there, he had to replat the end and change the streets to make a crossover. This is it just will allow traffic flow in and out of the area since Larry Street can't go through to the highway anymore. They had to do this so they didn't have to fight with KDOT. This one is kind of a quick, we need a vote to process the preliminary, and then I would like a vote to okay the final plat of the exact same thing tonight. It's kind of uncommon to put a preliminary and a final together in the same meeting, but it is legal and it has been done in the past. I would also note that the version that's in your packets is not the latest version that I would like you to vote on. I emailed all of you about 4 o'clock with the latest version that I received about 3:30 with a couple of corrections. Mostly typo errors that since this went through so fast, I didn't get a chance to have everybody check it in time, and the county found a couple mistakes.
So
So do we
item
need- do we
A
need
will
two
be to approve the preliminary replat then, right?
Yes.
We have to do it on
Two
two separate
different- two
votes?
different ones.
Yeah, okay.
And can you just go over a little bit more? I know the grammatical probably isn't. Is there anything of substance that is modified from that, from what's in the packet?
Yeah, so there was also, thank you, sir.
And that'll be on the final plat though, right?
Yeah, this, so
I mean, it
the
doesn't
one I
have to do with
emailed
the-
you is the final plat. On top of the grammatical stuff, the county found a deed
Looks like it does.
that deeded in 94, deeded 20 feet of 3 lots over for right-of-way purposes. So on the one that's in your packet, it shows that that side of the country estates right-of-way is 30 feet. The newest one shows that right-of-way is 50 feet wide, and the very end lots, lots 1, lot 46, and lot 1 have shrank by a little bit, but it does still meet all planning and zoning. And the chairman and vice chairman for the planning and zoning board have seen this newest one and agreed that it was good to let it, like, it didn't change the intent or anything to let it come before you guys.
You look like you wanted to enroll it, but then you stopped. Do you not want to enroll it?
I was making a lot of noise.
Yeah, you were. So I just want to be clear, we would need two motions. One is to approve the replat, the preliminary replat, and then to approve the final replat as presented by Keith this evening, which is also not obviously in the agenda pack with everyone else, but it was sent out to all of you previously. But we do need two different motions along those lines.
And on these, the Hickory entrance off the bypass is already there, right?
So
There's-
the Hickory entrance is not there, and he is still fighting with KDOT to get the Hickory entrance through. But with the crossover, he burned 2 lots and added Larry Drive to connect Larry to Hickory.
Right.
So if he gets it put in, people coming in on Hickory can loop over to Larry and get back out. And people coming in on Larry can loop over to Hickory and get back out. And in the future, if it's determined that KDOT will never allow Hickory to open, I guess we'll fight that battle when we get there, but it's only 2 lots that it would affect after this replat.
But then all the traffic would have to come in from the west end.
And all the traffic would come in from the west. There is future expansion looked at. There is a portion of a platted road that would go south from Hickory down to Pine. And, Mr. Edwards that owns a lot there is looking at, sent me preliminary portions of a plat to where that road would start south, and then he's told me that David Fields that owns, the Radco property south of that is looking to expand, so I don't look for it to be very many years before there would be another outlet off of Hickory going south to Pine, so it wouldn't be a landlocked chunk of town that was hard to get into and out of.
Yeah.
So I agree in approving this one, but from the conversations with KDOT and with the approval that has been announced, I doubt they will allow anything to go into that area, because that is where they will connect 83 back into 83.
Well, and there's another street north of Jewel that the apron is already there. If you already have the apron in, then they're good to let you utilize it. But where the Larry and Hickory, the aprons were never put in, they're saying now that they said 100% no on Larry. They haven't said 100% no on Hickory. They've said not right now. We'll get back to you after this highway project.
In 7 years.
It's unlikely.
Yeah.
But okay.
I'll make a motion, that we approve the preliminary replat of the Dahl Addition Estates.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Vasquez. Is there any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, cast your vote. In favor or opposed? In favor, okay.
Everybody, Ron, did you vote?
Yeah, I voted once, but I'm a yes.
Okay. Motion passes 5-0. I will hear a motion for 9, Part B.
I'll make a motion that we approve the final replat, portion of the Dahl Holiday Estates Edition as presented tonight by Keith.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Vasquez. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, cast your vote. Any that didn't get that, raise your hand in favor. Okay. Motion passes 5-0. Okay, moving on to item number 10, Resolution 2412 for abatement of nuisance conditions at 1581 North Calhoun.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm here for the abatement of the 1581 North Calhoun. This has been going on for a couple months, complaints from people, and it's just been getting worse. And the owner's relative moved away, and he's the one that accumulated all the junk. And the owner's aware of this, and he'll be cleaning it up. He has made some progress. He cleaned the 2 trucks in the front up and a little bit in the back. And then I'm just asking you to pass this tonight, and then we'll give him his 15 days and see how he does. And if he needs a little bit of extension, if he's doing well, we'll allow that. If not, we'll go forth with the abatement.
When you say abatement, what are you talking about?
Clean up the
You'll hire
property.
somebody to clean it up?
Anything of value we will hold, and anything considered junk we'll throw away. And it'll all be billed back to the homeowner. But I don't think we'll have that problem. I think they'll get it done, but I want to have the upper hand in case he doesn't.
And they've made decent progress so far?
He's been making progress.
I'll make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2412 for the abatement of nuisance conditions at 1581 North Calhoun.
I second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Landry. Is there any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, cast your vote. All in
Thank you.
favor for those who didn't receive it? Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to item number 11, comprehensive insurance renewal, Al Shank Insurance Incorporated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening. My name is Elsa Manriquez, and I'm with Al Shank Insurance. I'm sure most of you know, Al passed away about a month ago. And we just want to reassure you guys, the office is gonna stay the same. We're still working, same employees, we're all there. So we're gonna, keep doing business as we have. So let's start on the second page of the premium summary. So it shows the premium, the current premium, and then the proposed premium for 24-25. The premium is a little lower than it was from last year. So, and that's because of the work comp. So the work comp, premium went down quite a bit because of the experience mod. So let me start on number one, where it says, the past 18 years, the city has received over 1.4 million in dividends. And, this past year for the 22-23, there was one as well. It's not guaranteed, but they have, I mean, you guys have received one the city has received one for the past 18 years. So that's a good thing, and we are expecting one for this year as well. On number two, building values, they're going up with almost every company that we have. So it did go up 9%, which is it's not bad. The only bad thing about that right now is that the wind and hail deductible, that did go up to 75,000, which is per occurrence. So just for if one storm happens or something like that, there's just gonna be one deductible. It's not per building. So that's the bad thing on that right now. We can find, it's called a deductible buyback. So if there were a claim, we can get that policy and that'll lower the deductible. But there is a premium for that. I don't have a quote or anything on that yet, but if you guys are interested, I can get a quote for that. On number three, it shows the number of claims we've had for the city. It says 43 claims, and then we paid out 47,000 this past year. We do have 2 open pending claims, and they have a reserve for 55,000. 32 of those have been work comp claims, but that's only paid out 9,997. Let's see. So because of that, since there hasn't been a lot paid out, the experience mod did go down, which helped make the premium go down, almost $20,000 for that. So that's really, really good. Let's see. Oh, and then for the audit, which I've already talked to Scarlett and Rusty about, how it's been high these past several years, but we're gonna get that corrected so we don't have another big audit this coming year. Do you guys have questions on that first page? Okay, on the next page, for the solar panels, which I've talked to Chris Ford about that. And it's something that you guys wanna start pretty soon, so if we end up doing that, it's not gonna go up too much, almost $5,000 if we do the solar panels. Let's see. So there's just some information on there. I won't read it all, but if you guys want to read it, it's from the EMC underwriter, how just kind of the exposures to the solar panels. And so there's just some information on there if you guys want to read that. And like I said, whenever you guys do want to do that, we can do it, and then it shouldn't go up too much in premium. Let's see. And then they're thinking about doing the fleet cars with Enterprise. We can do that as well, and that'll just depend on the year of the vehicle, the make and model on the premium on that. So there's just more information on that as well. Do you guys have any questions on that? Okay, and then the next page is just it gives the amounts, the coverages that we have for property. So like I said, that did go up 9%. So for the blanket buildings, 128,310, 322. So there's just another, it gives the value for each one. And like I said, the 75,000 deductible for wind and hail only, 2,500 for any other claims, and it is per occurrence. And then we also have the 10% deductible for earthquake. Let's see. And then on inland marine, there's a description of what all is covered with that. Then we have the linebacker and employee benefit liability and the general liability. which all of that has been the same, none of that has changed at all. Any questions on that? Okay, the next page, the law enforcement liability, same coverage. I don't think the premium changed much on that one. On the autos, we do have 212 autos insured, which includes autos, trailers, just anything that's on the road. That's what's insured there. The deductibles are $1,000 for each vehicle. The ones that are over $100,000, that is a $3,000 deductible. And then that fire truck we just recently added, that one does have a $5,000 deductible because it is valued over $1 million, so it's more coverage on that one. And then crime, that's the same. The work comp, like I said, you guys have a really good mod this year, so that helped the premium a lot. So, any questions on that one? And on the last page, we have the airport liability, same coverages as well, and then the cyber, as well, same. And all these three last ones, including the liquor liability, they're not with EMC, they're all separate companies. But everything's the same. We've had the same companies for several years for these three. And any questions on these?
Looks good.
So that's all I have for you guys. I don't know if you guys have any questions on anything.
This one's informational, or do you need a consent on anything?
I think you need to approve the insurance renewal.
When does our insurance expire currently?
April 1st.
Probably better do it then, huh? So I'll make a motion that we renew our comprehensive insurance with Al Shank for a proposed premium of $924,698.
Second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Parsons and a second by Commissioner Warren. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, cast your vote. Any who didn't receive it, cast your vote in favor. Motion passes, 5-0.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 12, the skid steer purchase.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. The staff is requesting the approval for a skid steer. This item was budgeted for this year. We request 3 quotes, however, we only received 2 of them. And this time, I think it will be best for us. And we're requesting the approval to purchase the Bobcat. Since we got all the attachments for it, then we don't have to purchase any additional attachments to not exceed the amount of $62,000.
How many skid steers do you have?
Right now, we got 3.
3?
And the one that we will be replacing, it will be the old Bobcat, which we will be handing it down to Parks.
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of the Bobcat skid steer in the amount not to exceed $62,000 coming from the street department, correct? Or where is that coming?
I believe this one was budget on the street and highways and new equipment advance here.
Okay, wait.
Second?
A motion by Commissioner Vasquez and a second by Vice Mayor Parsons. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none. Cast your vote. We didn't receive it. All in favor? Okay. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Moving on to item number 13, the 2024 chip seal project.
Mayor, Commissioners, the staff is requesting, recommending the approval for the approval for the bid for the annual chip seal, and with an addition of the Western Avenue, for the amount not to exceed $520,000 for a B&H payment.
So we approved the Western Addition separately. Is this, or does this include Western?
So this includes Western?
Yes.
The addition of Western.
Okay, because it seems a little higher than it seems like we do. Well, and then maybe I'm just wrong, I don't know. Seems like it's not quite that much.
Generally, well, remember until last year, or this year, we've only budgeted like 270,000 a year. But, this year was a million.
Trying to get it caught up.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and Western wasn't planned, but it's just decaying, so.
Well, I make a motion to accept the bid from B&H Paving not to exceed $520,000 from Special Highway Fund.
Second?
I have a motion by Commissioner Landry and a second by Commissioner Vasquez. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Cast your vote. 5-0, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 14, city staff. Nothing from city staff?
Yeah, Bruce?
No.
Evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'm here to declare that winter is over because it's time for our annual spring tree cost share program.
Good thing you didn't have to say that yesterday.
So this year, this spring, we're bringing in 5 varieties. We will have 100 trees total.
Thank you.
So the tree share cost program is open to the city of Liberal residents only. This year, we'll have a limit of 4 trees per household. Cost is $30 per tree. And trees will be going on sale Thursday, 9 a.m. here at the rec center. It's first come, first served. And there's been times they've sold out in 2.5 hours. And delivery is approximately 2 weeks from this week. Have any questions?
You gonna be able to do this in the fall again, Bruce?
Yeah, we'll do this in the fall as usual.
Great. Okay. No questions from me. Thank you, Bruce.
Good evening again. I'm here to talk about weeds and tall grass. April 8th will be our first publication in the paper. According to Kansas State statute, we gotta put it one time, but we go above and beyond, and we will give everybody one notice as needed. Overgrowth at 12 inches anywhere on the property that we see. And then, we will kick this off April 15th after it's been published 5 days, after the 5 days in the paper. And then we'll start mowing then. But April 9th, we will be handing them out weed notices, and then they'll have their 5 days from there. So hopefully everybody will get around and start mowing their property, because Bruce said spring's here, so let's see. Tomorrow's supposed to be 30% for snow again. And all the letters for vacant lots have already been sent out, so we're getting those back, so our kickoff day will be April 15th. So get your stuff mowed if you can. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other city staff? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 15, the city manager report.
So, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, at the next meeting, Pete is gonna come back and talk about the water project. You know, you approved 4.1 million, low bid was 6.7. So we're gonna look at the debt service, look at the cost of, we can increase it, our loan, about 1.5 million and retain the current 1.48% rate. So we're gonna see what that does to the debt service. I think we'll be okay. And then we'll pay the balance of the project out of the reserve. And it'll take about 2 years, so 650 this year, 650 next year, and we'll be able to complete the whole thing. They did the analysis, and the cost savings of us doing the additional work ourselves only saved us about 350 grand and tied up our workers for 2 years. So it didn't make economic sense. If the debt service looks bad, then we'll start trimming the scope of the project. But we'll have that for you on April 9th. Tomorrow, if you'd like to attend, we have the floodplain kickoff meeting at 11 o'clock in the conference room. Reminder, next Tuesday, in this room, from 6 to 8, we have the joint commission, city commission, planning and zoning commission meeting as part of the comprehensive plan kickoff. And April 4th, at the Randall's Girl Scout Building, 2 p.m. is Kent McCarter's retirement ceremony. That's all I have.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 16, items from commissioners. You're alone, we'll start on your end, Ron.
All right. I'll be quick. I just, again, want to thank everybody for, all the staff for keeping up with everything, and I guess we look forward to the summer, especially for James and Bruce, I guess. A lot of mowing and a lot of going around and finding where it's not being mowed between the two of them, but we're looking forward to having some warmer weather, so that's all I got.
Oh, thank you to all the city staff and everybody who puts in the hard work. Our prayers go out to people that were hit by the tornadoes over the last couple of days, and then that bridge up in Baltimore, which was pretty tragic. You know, looking forward to spring. This winter, old man winter, rearing his ugly head out of nowhere. 30% chance of snow tomorrow. Not excited about that. So, but you know, I know spring's coming. You can see it. The grass is starting to grow, and I'm glad that we're putting a good effort into making beautifying our city. So that's really all about. Thank you.
Thank you, staff. Appreciate all your hard work. I'm kind of starting to get excited about, you know, there's been a kind of behind the scenes work being done on the comprehensive plan. We've looked at some of the documents and things that are going to be part of that. And so the community engagement part of that's going to start soon. And I'm excited for that process to get started. So that's really all I've got.
So, thank you to all the staff, and basically just gonna copy what Jeff said. Between the conversations we're having with comprehension plans, a few meetings I've had with different boards that we have around town, there's a lot of momentum to work together and try and get things done. And we all understand that it doesn't happen quickly, but at least the current boards, most of them are in agreement that we need to start somewhere or it never happens. So I'm excited to see the work that we're getting done. I'm excited to see this plan that will also give us yearly or 2-year thresholds and goals to reach, so we can actually see some kind of momentum and then actually complete it as well. So thank you all for coming, and with that, we're moving on to item number 17, the vouchers.
I'll make a motion that we approve the vouchers in the amount of $2,565,866.92.